what happened? We had less than 5% obesity back in the 70s, 60s, and you see it in photographs from the time. And what happened in the 1980s? That was the worst decade in the history of the world for nutrition, where sugar was exonerated and fat was blamed for all the ills.
I remember low fat this and low fat that.
Yeah. And, so the FDA, the American Heart Association, the American Diabetic Association, the Surgeon General, the, various other major government institutions, the Academy of Sciences and so on, all basically said, nope, sugar is fine. It's fat. So that brought on a whole new
paradigm,
meaning starting with the food pyramid that was not accepted because of the McClellan Commission in 1973 that was set forth by President Nixon, found that we needed to cut back 40% on sugar consumption. And at the time, it was like 90 pounds per year.
And they said we needed to cut back from that, and instead
by 40%.
And now it's double.
Now it's 150 pounds.
Wow,
maybe more. Yeah. So, so that was nixed
by Nixon.
No, not by Nixon. The McClellan came up with the food pyramid, recommending, so much dairy, so much grains, so much of the vegetables and fruit, and pretty decent food pyramid at the time, but it didn't go well with the food industry,
right? The lobbyists
or the sugar industry. The international sugar lobby said, So let's take away some of those recommendations, and let's go for the theory that was never proven that fat causes heart attacks and strokes.
That's a zombie lie that people still believe.
Yeah. And so, the studies, Mr. Fit and the Women's Health Initiative, despite spending, $500 million on each, and another study that looked at putting people on a medication to lower cholesterol, the results were marginal at best. And one of the studies that actually recommended a low-fat diet, those people died quicker than the ones that ate whatever they wanted.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but the narrative with the government agencies I mentioned, including the American Diabetic Association, was that you could eat sugar, and the problem was the fat. And so that
calories, they would say calories in, calories out.
Yeah, that spurred on, the whole low-fat industry, and you can track directly from that time the dramatic increase in obesity from childhood to adults. And now we have 33% of U.S. adults over 18 considered obese.